for my pistachio people out there, and for maybe the people who wanted to love the Kayali Yum Pistachio Gelato and didn't, we have a new fragrance in town with some pistachio. This is Mamlakat Al Oud Fleur de Cotton Collection Cotton Blanc. It's giving it a run for its money. Is it a dupe? I don't think so, but I'm excited to tell you all about it. Hello, my gorgeous ones. Welcome to Aleisha Budget Beauty. My name is Aleisha. Here on my channel, I love all things affordable fashion, beauty, and fragrance. I do hauls, tutorials, reviews, affordable Middle Eastern dupe comparison reviews, all sorts of fun stuff. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe, stick around, be a friend. Okay, so I was on Aroma Concepts, as I often am, just scrolling around on there, seeing what new fragrances were coming out about a week ago or so, and I saw this baby. It was on sale for an excellent price, 20-something bucks, and I thought that it sounded lovely. It was like, ooh, we've got some pistachio, some hazelnut, some peony, some tonka bean, vanilla. Like, these are all things that I really enjoy. So I went ahead and just on a whim, hadn't heard anybody say a word about this fragrance. I ordered it and I got it in. And first off, I mean, I think that the bottle is really adorable. We've got the little fuzzy that we've been seeing on the Mamlakat Al Oud fragrances. I really like this big cap. I think it's really nice. It's not ultra heavy, but it's not like a real cheapy either. I think it's really, really adorable. So I got this in and I sprayed it, and I was like, at first my mind was playing tricks on me, and I thought, am I smelling like key lime pie? And then after a few moments, I thought, oh, do we have another Kayali Yum Pistachio Gelato dupe on our hands? This is definitely some nutty pistachio, some hazelnut. But honestly, you guys, as I've worn this and tested it out, I don't think it's an exact dupe, but I really want to tell you why I think I do prefer this one over the Kayali. All right, so first up, just to talk about the Yum Pistachio Gelato real quick. This is such a divisive fragrance. People either love it or they really, really dislike it, it seems. I also find that some people get all nutty pistachio, kind of whipped cream vibes out of this. Some people get a lot of powder. As mine has set, and I wore it yesterday, really thinking about the two of these, I picked out a lot of notes in this that I didn't used to. I don't know, honestly, if my nose has gotten sharper, because I do smell a lot of things, or if it's just sat and it's developed more and I'm picking out notes that have really kind of risen to the occasion. There are a lot of difficult notes in this, actually, or notes that not everyone always loves. I mean, I think geranium is one of the biggest ones. Geranium can be a really difficult floral for people. It can be really bitter, a little harsh, and it can be a little spicy. And I don't necessarily get spicy out of this at all. When I smell it out of the bottle, this smells kind of like a smooth, powdery pistachio ice cream. But when I spray it on, I then was like, oh, I'm getting bright bergamot, but kind of a bitter bergamot actually. So kind of a bitter citrus, and I was getting that geranium. And I thought, this is different than I remember. This is as if you took a pistachio and you took kind of all the sweetness out and you added in some sort of like bitter elements to it. And the other thing I noticed with this, you guys, I kid you not, this is gone in 1 hour. I feel like this used to last a little bit longer on me, and it could be the way I'm hydrating my skin. It's winter time. Fragrances don't usually last as long when your skin's dry anyway. But I mean, an hour, this was non-detectable on my skin. So I was like, you know, I kind of get why people really don't love this. I used to like it. I still like it, but I don't think I would pay now the price for it. I really don't. Now, what I find so different about the Mamlakat Cotton Blanc is this one is missing any of that bitterness. This one I definitely get more of the hazelnut and pistachio for sure. There is a nutty vibe to this. But there's also, the raspberry doesn't stand out as raspberry. I don't smell this and smell raspberry. I think what the raspberry is doing is giving it an ever so slight tartness. Not that this smells tart per se, but you know how if you take something sweet and you were to put something a little tart with it, it draws out the sweetness. I think that's what the raspberry is doing in here, but not in a sickly sweet way, kind of just in this nutty sweetness. And then the florals are really balanced as well. They don't necessarily stand out. I don't smell this and smell like lily of the valley and jasmine overpowering. They kind of just add like a more delicate vibe to it instead of a powdery vibe that you can sometimes get from the Kayali. So it's sort of this real delicate, nutty fragrance. And then the vanilla in the base, the sort of sweeter muskiness, I think really develops a couple of hours into this, and you do lose some of that nutty quality. This one lasts longer than the Kayali. Still not a super long lasting fragrance. I get about 4 hours on the skin. At about 3 hours, this is more of a pretty sort of melted down ice creamy vanilla musk is what's left on the skin, just almost like a skin scent at 3 hours. At 4 hours, it pretty much fades away. But you guys, this was 20 something bucks. I mean, I don't really think that's bad for a 3-4 hour wear personally. And it's definitely more than the Kayali on my skin. So I do think that they are different. I don't know that this was going for a Kayali vibe. I think a lot of people hear pistachio and they just throw the two together. I think they're different enough where if you have one, you might really enjoy the other one. Or if you didn't like the Kayali and you still want, if you want something a little bit nuttier and missing that powdery element or missing a little of the bitterness that's in the Kayali, I think you might really enjoy this. Now, as far as how this compares to some of the others out there, like the Afnan, the Kahar fragrance by Paris Corner, I have not tested those side by side yet. I've only compared this to the Kayali. If you guys want, I could do a video on all my pistachio fragrances. So I just off of the top of my head, I think it's sort of similar to the Afnan. I have a video on that one if you guys want to check it out. This is cheaper than the Afnan. So I prefer this over the Kayali. I just do. It's what, a fifth of the price. It lasts longer. You don't have any of the bitterness there. You do have to like a nutty pistachio fragrance, and you have to know still you're only gonna get about 3 or 4 hours wear out of this. But I think that's really good. So it's a win for me. It's not an exact dupe for sure. In the same family, not an exact dupe, and it beats it out for me. I thank you guys so much for watching today. And as always, have fun shopping, budget shopping, and smelling fabulous. Bye.